Let's have a conversation.
Thank you for having me on. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, and I'm sure I'll see you at one of these events again
all
soon.
time, we got Mark with the Mindful Reality podcast, who I've been a guest on, and it was a blast.
Thank you for having me, honestly, and I cannot wait to do it again. We're going to do this again in the future. I just know it.
Good evening, y'all. I'm here before the episode because I told y'all I won't be able to hop on here after the episode. I will give y'all a recap of the episode in the morning just because I don't really like missing episode recaps, but life be lifing. Missing it for a good reason, though, so I'm not mad. I'm very committed to the things that I do. And as y'all know, I'm very committed to covering every single day of the Big Brother season. A little bit about why that is important to me. For those who were not on my page last year, on my music and mental health page, while I was covering Big Brother, my dad was sick. My dad was in hospice care. Actually, during the Big Brother season, he had a stroke and he was sent to the hospital. We thought that he was going to be coming back home. He didn't end up coming back home. And it became a tradition for me last year. I don't know if I even want to say tradition. It just became a part of my routine that I would actually go and see him at the nursing home or the hospital, depending on where he was, right after I finished work. And then after I checked on him and I saw that he was good, I would talk to him. He couldn't talk back at that point because of his strokes and his dementia and Alzheimer's. But I would be like, I love you, Dad. Heading back home, and I'm going to go on my YouTube page and do my thing over there. So it would almost be like, it would give me that little bit of relief knowing that he's okay. I don't know if anyone has been in that position before of having a sick parent or somebody who's very sick to the point of you don't know if that time that you see them is going to be the last time that you ever see them. And I was in that position with him for probably close to a year where I felt that way. So I would go see him. It would boost my spirit a little bit just knowing I saw him, he's good. And then I would come back here to my house and then I would do my Big Brother live feeds. And I was very committed to that. He even had a stroke one time while I was on a live. I was on a live and I got a call from my mother telling me that he had just had a stroke. And it was my most popular live of the season. And it was during the Monty and Taylor drama. When I think when Taylor won the HOH and then they had that argument when she was in the bathtub. They had the argument about her taking the headphones off of him and how he thought that embarrassed him and all that stuff. So I remember everyone in the chat saying, you know, your dad is more important than this. Prayers for your dad. I really strongly appreciated everyone who said that. And I hopped off the live and I said, if it's possible for me to be back, I'll be back. And I remember I ran over to the hospital. Not ran, but, you know, I drove over to the hospital. I met my mom up there. My dad looked the type of condition he looked like he was in looked like he was gonna go that night. It was very scary for me and very sad. And then the hospital that they were transferring him to was some hospital that was really far from our house. And I asked my mom, do you want me to go with you? I had work the next day. She told me, just focus on your work. I'll go and I'll update you. I'll call you when I get there, and I'm going to update you about his condition. And so that was heavily on my mind. So I came back to the house. It was empty. And I didn't know what to do with myself. I was just all over the place with my thinking. And so I turned the feeds back on because that's the only thing I could think to do. I couldn't sleep. My mind was all over the place. You know, like, what if I lose him tonight? And that was the last time I ever saw him. So I put the live back on. I jumped back on, and everybody was like, how's your dad? How's he doing? How are you feeling? Yada, yada. And we jumped back into the live feed. And the second video, when I came back, which must have been after 12:30 or 1 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, had just as many people on it as when I had left to go to the hospital in the first place. So this season, I didn't, without him, because he's passed now as of April 16 this year, I didn't know if I had the heart to keep doing this Big Brother coverage. And really, I did some soul searching before the Big Brother season started and considered, do I want to do this or do I not want to do this? Am I going to start back up with the Big Brother coverage, or am I going to never cover Big Brother again? Because something like that really makes you consider and reconsider all your life choices and your life decisions. And when I made the decision to do this, I thought about my dad and how much he was always on me about not fully committing to doing things. Like, Mark, if you're going to do it, you have got to commit to it. You can succeed at whatever you want to do, but you have to put your all into it. So when I decided that I was going to do this, I basically have dedicated my coverage of doing this season to him. This is the reason why you see me work and grind so hard. The reason why I'm so committed to making multiple videos every day, keeping up with the live feeds, keeping up with the episodes and all that. And thank you for listening to me if you've listened this far, because I had someone pretty much put in my comments this morning that they could only stomach 16 minutes of my video this morning because of what I was talking about. But you know what? There's something that I don't want to say I don't care about those comments, but I don't care about those comments. And the reason why is because if you are only exclusively here just for the show and not to support me, that's fine. You know, it still supports me, like people have told me in the comments. It still supports me in the algorithm for you to even make those comments. However, if I can sit here and talk about not just the show, how my day is going, what's happening with my family, how my life is going in general, it's the reason why I give so much, is because I know the people that I have on here that consistently listen to me, comment on my live feeds or my live streams. I mean, comment on all the videos that I put up, my community posts and everything, are really here for me. I know most of us don't really personally know each other, though I've connected with some of you offline, but we don't know each other on a day-to-day. We don't live in the same place and we don't see each other. But I think that there is some kind of connection there that I appreciate. And that's just a little background story of why I'm grinding so hard during this Big Brother season. With that said, I know the topic at hand, after that 11 minutes of intro by me, is about Felicia. So Felicia has officially fully hopped off of the Cirie bandwagon. When she met Cirie, they became fast friends. She connected with her. She bonded with her. They were the two older ladies in the house. They're the two oldest in the house. And they connected also on being two Black women and having kids. And, you know, they had some shared life experiences and they became fast friends. Hi, Sheena. Have I given you a mod wrench? I think I did, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. I can't see the mod wrenches on StreamYard. That's why I'm asking. Yeah, that was quite a time period. I'm still not fully over that, of course. It only happened 5 months ago. So it's still hard, but throwing myself into things like this give me something to focus on. Actually, the last time that I saw Big D from Big Brother 23, I saw him at the Big Brother premiere party, and I was actually talking to him about that. And he was telling me what it was like for him losing his dad. And he was like, some of the best advice that I could give you is to just keep yourself busy, because basically an idle mind can lead you into things like depression, isolation, and things like that. So he told me that that was something that really helped him, and that is something that has been really helping me, and also kind of redefining my purpose. But anyways, Felicia wants Cirie out of this house bad. Felicia and Cirie, like I was saying, became fast friends, and they were working together. When Izzy was there, I think I'm realizing that Izzy was such a important piece for Cirie, because I remember that when Izzy was still in the house and Red and Cam were having conversations, Jag was having conversations, Matt, all these people, they were like, Izzy is the person who's running everything. Izzy is the person behind the scenes that's causing all this chaos. Izzy is the person who's controlling the votes and who's getting out of the house. And then all of a sudden, when Izzy was not there as a shield, they looked to the next person. And at first they were kind of suggesting Jared. But then after that argument, I feel like the house collectively was like, Jared is the brawn, but not the brains. Jared can win the competitions, but he's definitely not the person controlling how these moves are being made. It's the mastermind, Cirie. So I wasn't sure which side that Felicia was leaning on until today. I just hopped off the live a minute ago and she was having a conversation. It's funny because at this point they're all lying to each other. They all know it except for possibly Jared. Jared was in the HOH room with Felicia, Matt, and Jag. They were all having a conversation. Mainly when they have conversations, they are talking about what are Corey and America going to do? What are Corey and America going to do? So everybody is kind of pretending like their next targets are going to be Corey and America. But it's generally known amongst the whole house, including to Blue, that everybody is targeting Cirie and Jared. So Jared is like, I'm going to go downstairs and get something to eat. The minute he leaves the HOH room, they have the audacity in his HOH room to have this conversation about who are they going to get rid of first, Cirie or Jared. And I mean, the minute he left the room. The minute that he left the room. So, as I was saying this morning, their goose is cooked. So the debate is not about are we putting them up or are we not putting them up? It's about, I guess it's probably just about the logistics. Do we try to backdoor one of them? Do we put them both on the block next to each other? Which one of them do we want to go home more? So initially, Felicia is like, I want to put Cirie up. Cirie has been lying to me. Cirie and I were working together from day one. And then I find out that she lied to my face when me and Izzy were on the block. You know, to be honest, Felicia feels very hurt by Cirie. And she's going around spilling all the beans about everything with Cirie. And I get her feeling hurt to find out that Jared and Cirie were trying to get her out. But the thing with Cirie trying to get her out, the reason Cirie even tried to get her out in the first place is because Felicia, I think it was before she was even on the block with Izzy. It was before she was on the block with Izzy. She had come to Jared and said, I don't really trust Cirie, and I want to make a final two with you. So that was the reason why Cirie had started campaigning against Felicia. And then the thing is, all these people that she's talking to, Jag and this one and that one, that are like, oh, Cirie said this about you. Cirie was talking crazy about you. Cirie was saying this and this about you. Collectively as a whole, the house was talking unfavorably about Felicia. Collectively as a whole, the house was saying they want Felicia out. They were saying she's pushy, she's aggressive. Jag was talking about the time when she confronted him aggressively. People were saying she complains too much to production. Everybody in there had a lot of reasons for saying that they want Felicia to go. And then, like I was saying, Cirie campaigning against Felicia or planting those seeds about Felicia came from Jared providing her that information that Felicia was already willing to jump ship. So right now, Felicia is playing like as if she's the innocent one who was Team Cirie all day, Team Cirie forever, and then suddenly Cirie just turned on her for no reason. So my point is there's a cause and effect here. There is a cause and effect here. I'm hoping Felicia goes far. And I think that people might see that as me complaining. It's not me complaining. I'm not angry. What's happening in the Big Brother house is not my life. I don't have $750,000 on the line, so don't think that I care that much. I'm just saying I'm such a person of fairness in general. And I think some, not all, but some of what is being pinned on this is all Cirie and Cirie only is not fair. I think that a lot of people have selective memories and conversations that they were a part of and decisions that they were a part of. They're acting like Cirie had a mind control device and was like, press the button, and their minds became mush and they all just did what she wanted them to do. Yes, she assisted in planting seeds, but all these people watered those seeds. They fertilized them. They even came up with their own reasons why this would be a good idea to get rid of this person and this would be a good idea to get rid of that person. So I don't like the hypocrisy. I'm tired of the hypocrisy. But like I said this morning, I'm willing to see a house without them in the house so I can see how the remaining house guests play the game. I want to see this last, whatever, 8-9 of them do this honesty and integrity and playing with truth, justice, and the American way. that they seem to think is what the true Big Brother winner is all about. Basically, I'm willing to see the game play out without there being a scapegoat anymore. Because Jag, in particular, and Mama Fee have been obsessively talking about Cirie over the past few days. Obsessively. They're not talking game. They're just talking Cirie's a liar. Cirie's a snake. Cirie is a snitch. Cirie is this. Cirie is that. Cirie is this. All right. So we know what you think. We know that you think it's of prime importance to get her out. I honestly, what I'm hoping for, at the very least, is that if they get Jared out, they get Jared out. I hope that Cirie at least gets to make the jury, because that would be an impressive feat. Because I keep saying this. If Felicia was playing the same game as Cirie, she'd be applauded for it. If Corey was playing the same game as Cirie, which he kind of is in a way, he would be applauded for it. If anybody who they didn't know from a previous TV show had been playing the game the way that she's playing the game, they would all be applauded for it. I think the snake, snitch, all this stuff that they're saying is coming from the fact that they've seen what she's done on other shows. And they don't want her to be able to do that to them on Big Brother. I get it. I think that they're a little too in their feelings about what's happening with her. But I do get it. I understand why they feel the way that they feel. So I almost feel like when Cirie and Jared are out of the house, there's going to be a complete reset where they restart the game from there. Because everybody else can't be in an alliance with each other. They're all aligned right now against a common enemy. But once that common enemy is out, they got to figure out where they stand. Who's going to protect Felicia? I know that Felicia made a final 2 with Mimi, but I think that Mimi is positioned pretty well. I don't know about Felicia. And also, the thing that I know about Mimi, I shouldn't say the thing that I know about Mimi, but I should say my best educated guess about Mimi is that despite having this final 2, she's not going to go to bat for her in a situation where the house wants her out. Or she might try, but she's not going to do it in the same way as a Jared or an Izzy or even a Cirie would do. She would probably just put the feelers out there and be like, well, it might be beneficial to keep Felicia because this and this and this. But if the house is not going for it, she's not going for it. I mean, if they're going to be throwing that word out there, America definitely needs to be included. I have to remember these Gen Z are a little bit different. I do. Because I have called 1 or 2 people of that in my life, and it was for much stronger reasons than what they're saying that about Cirie for. It doesn't even apply. Like, are you going to say that Mama Fee is a snitch because she just went and told Jag and Matt about her and Cirie's final 2? And she also told Jared about that final 2 prior to that, to her and Izzy being on the block, because she's using the Izzy and her being on the block and Cirie lying to her about wanting to keep Izzy more. She's using that against her. But even prior to her sitting on the block, she had told Jared, I don't trust Cirie, and I want to make a final 2 with you. So everybody lies in there. Everybody snitches, if they want to call it that. I don't want to call it that, but everybody tells on everybody. This whole thing with Izzy getting out started with America telling Cam about all these private meetings, and then America Jag getting so mad at Cirie and Jared is because of America also telling them about various discussions that they had in group and team meetings that didn't involve them. So the turn that this house has taken, I mean, I said it this morning, we're not really talking game, we're just talking Cirie and Jared, and not Cirie and Jared in terms of strategy, just people just being like, I just want them out. Jag said something to the effect earlier, like an hour ago. He was like, I don't necessarily want to work with Corey and America like that, because I know they're always going to have each other's back, except at least in their case, I know what they're going to do because they're straightforward. And Cirie and Jared, we don't know what they're going to do. They're pretty much wild cards and liars. So that's my update. Felicia has hopped off the boat completely and is with the other side of the house now. And it's literally just Cirie wins the next HOH or one of them goes home. Now, it's possible that could happen, that Cirie wins the HOH with the way that this season has gone. The fans would definitely say it's rigged if that happens, but it's definitely possible that she wins. But if she doesn't win, I think their goose is cooked. That's my opinion. Based on all the conversations that I've seen take place in the last day, this Waffle Wednesday has not really been waffling. There hasn't been anybody really pitching out, maybe we should save Cam. Everybody seems on board that they want Cam out and that they want Jared or Cirie next. That seems to be where we're at. So we will see if tomorrow provides us any drama. You know what, though? It will provide us drama if Cirie and Jared don't win. I will be locked in and tuned in to that episode because I would love to see what is said during the double eviction and what kind of pitches that they make if Jared is sitting next to Cirie on the block in the double eviction. So that should make for some good TV. As always, y'all show me so much love and I try to show it back. I appreciate each and every one of you who jumps on here, takes the time to comment, listen to my live streams, watch my videos, click the like button, all that good stuff. And please, after this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get notified of when I drop some more great content. Super chats are active. Super thanks, super likes. Memberships are open. What else? The next time that I will be back will probably be tomorrow morning. I usually come on around 8 in the morning. And I will also be back at 9 p.m. tomorrow after the double eviction, which could possibly be very explosive. So you don't want to miss that. All right. So I will talk to you all soon. Have a great, wonderful evening.
So you literally were one of my very first followers. And then when you followed me and I, followed back, I was like, this dude is cool. Like,
if they say talk to your manager, you just say, you know what, talk to the hand. You don't need to be on my podcast. But yeah, dude. Yeah, you do a great job.
Thank you. I always get a kick out of talking with you on Patreon. You have a really good, view on everything.
that wasn't planned.
You know what?
Thank
But
you.
I like this Canadian. I
Well,
like this one.
well, thank you. I